Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our mayor, Buddy Dyer.
Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you to the December 14th, 2015 meeting of the Orlando City Council. We're going to begin today's proceedings with the invocation offered by the Venerable Jay Fawn, who is the Executive Director of the Guangming Temple. Venerable is a term of respect for those who have chosen the monastic life and are dedicated to preserving its teachings. Venerable Jay Fawn was educated in California and holds a master's degree in public administration. The Guangming Temple in Orlando is the largest Buddhist temple in Central Florida. The traditional Chinese monastic style temple was completed in 2007 and is home to several residential monastics, as well as a vast main shrine room, auxiliary meditation room, vegetarian cafeteria, and guest dormitories. The temple is open daily, and weekly events are held in Chinese as well as English. The invocation will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance offered today by Commissioner Tony Ortiz. You may stand or remain seated.
Thank you for allowing me to pray to the Buddha in this auspicious holiday seasons, and let's pray together. Great compassionate Buddha, with the utmost sincerity, I would like to pray for our community leaders of the city of Orlando, Mayor Dyers, and all the commissioners, to give them the wisdom to govern amid the conflicting interests of issues of our times, to know the true sense of the welfare and needs of the people in our community, to understand the importance of justice by working to understand the causes and conditions of those sufferings, to be confident in what is fair to everyone, to have the ability to work together in harmony even when there is honest disagreement, and to find personal peace and joy in their lives by helping others. Great compassionate Buddha, may they embody your prajna wisdom to solve the thorny and difficult cases. May they be able to embody your great power to subdue stubborn and unruly criminals. May they embody your compassion and fellow feeling to guide all beings that take the wrong path. May they embody your steadfast determinations to maintain the courage of wisdom to advance. Furthermore, we pray to you to bless and protect our society. May we all serve the community together, to keep watch together in mutual defense and collaborate closely with each other. May we all uphold justice and prevent crimes, and bring peace and safety to all the families. May we all be self-disciplined and law-abiding, to bring happiness to our lives and prosperity and peace to our nations. May we all firmly stand by our post to contribute to the community and to benefit our society. Leadership requires courage. May our leaders have that courage to lead our community today and always. Great compassionate Buddha, please accept my sincerest prayer. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic of which it stands, one nation and under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all.
Let's call the meeting to order. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll and make a determination of a quorum, please?
Yes. Commissioner Gray?
Here.
Commissioner Ortiz?
Here.
Commissioner Stewart?
Here.
Commissioner Sheehan?
Here.
Commissioner Hill? Here. Commissioner Ings?
Here.
Mayor Dyer?
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Let's take up for consideration the agenda review and City Council meeting minutes of December 7th.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Stewart, second by Commissioner Sheehan. All in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. We have no awards and presentations today or recognitions, so we will move right into the mayor's update. Commissioners, I'd like to take just a moment and wish Commissioner Ings a happy birthday. His birthday was yesterday, December 13th. Happy birthday, Commissioner. If you'd all join me in singing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mrs. Happy birthday to you.
Now you need to say, we love you.
I tell you what, Commissioner, as a birthday present for you, we'll let you dispense with your Commissioner comments today.
That's a
No,
different
you
piece I
know,
get.
Or we can sing it 4 or 5 more times. Aren't you the oldest one on the dais now?
You know, I don't know.
You clearly are.
Okay, the holiday season is upon us. This is the last city council meeting of the year. Praise the Lord, right? But I would like everybody to think local as you're out doing your holiday shopping. We have Main Street districts that have great, wonderful gifts. I know everybody went out on Small Business Saturday and shopped at their Main Street district, but I would encourage everybody to visit our locally owned businesses during this time of year. So happy holidays and a happy new year. We have officially, or about to officially enter the bowl season in our reconstructed Orlando Citrus Bowl. And joining our Russell Athletic Bowl and Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl will be a new addition, which is the AutoNation Cure Bowl coming up this coming Saturday. And this will make our stadium the only stadium in North America that hosts 3 bowl games in the same stadium. So I think that is a pretty cool deal. And that's not all that we're buzzed about. Later this week on Thursday, the Federation will announce the locations and the teams that will be playing, or the 4 major teams that will be playing in what cities for 2016 Copa America. And this is the first time that this championship is being played in North America. It is a South American, Central American tournament, but they are including North America for their centennial. We have already been designated one of the 10 cities that will host games. We think we will probably have 3 games, maybe biz all of them in the preliminary round, which is a good thing. And we're very hopeful that a very prominent team will be playing here, and maybe even the U.S. as well. So keep your fingers crossed for that. And the Central Florida Sports Commission and Orlando City Soccer are our partners in this, and we anticipate over a $30 million economic impact in June of 2016. The OFD is applying for a grant to add to our chest compression devices. That's little gray guys that we teach people how to do hands-only CPR, and we are up over 30,000 people that we have now trained in hands-only CPR, and our goal is to double that for next year. We, on the agenda, B1 is funding for Head Start, and this will allow us to have the Head Start program expanded from 10 months to 12 months at the Callahan Center. And then there are 26 Mayor's Matching Grants on our agenda today, and these projects are with not-for-profits or are residential neighborhoods, and they are furthering youth engagement and education. And there are a number of organizations who are receiving these grants today that are represented. So if you are receiving, or an organization receiving a neighborhood grant, how about stand up and be recognized? Okay, we're going to move on to the consent agenda, and the consent agenda is a number of items that are acted upon through a single vote of council. We give each of our commissioners a short opportunity to comment on the consent agenda or important items in their district. We rotate the order that we do that. We're going to begin today with Commissioner Tony Ortiz, District 2.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, I only have one item, so I'll make it quick. I just want to congratulate Dr. Portigliatti on the big opening of Excellence Assisted Living Facility on our district. It was a great, great event, and we're looking forward to have a lot of our senior members occupying this gorgeous, gorgeous place. So congratulations to the Portigliatti family and everything they're doing. Quick message is let's not forget about the unfortunate ones, those who are homeless during this holiday season. If you can help them either by doing it yourself or joining one of these organizations who are doing it, please do so. We still have a lot of people out there that need our help. And I know some of them don't like to be helped, but let's make our best effort to help them. And with that being said, I wish each and every one of you out there a very peaceful Christmas. And may the Lord fill your households with peace, harmony, health, and prosperity. Thank you, Mayor.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
All right, we'll move to District 3. Commissioner Stewart.
Thank you, Mayor, and I'm going to take the next 45 minutes to talk a little bit about the work of the, I'm sorry. I was going to do a Commissioner Ings. I didn't mean to do that.
You were trying to get booed, weren't you?
That was trying to. A couple of quick things. Let me first of all say thank you for, it's been a good year. I think we've accomplished a great deal in this year, and we'll have a chance to talk about that a little bit more. And like with Commissioner Ortiz, Merry Christmas. It's a wonderful time of year, and it's a time for us to focus on peace for just a few minutes, and maybe do that year round. Let me extend a special congratulations to Bishop Moore High School for winning the 5A state championship football this past Friday at Citrus Bowl. It was the first state championship since 1970. So congratulations to Coach Matt Hedrick, Tom Doyle, the president, Mike Malatesta. They came back and beat the next quarterback at the University of Florida by 3 points, 37-34. So it was a wonderful time to be there. It was a great turnout, and I'm so thrilled about what we accomplished. So thank you for what you've done. It's a good example of working together and making it work. And it's another good example of how we can accomplish a great deal when we look at what the real needs of the stadium are. So we're doing things in that stadium that were just impossible to do when we have a grass field. So that, the band, everything that's going on, it's just we get a chance to see maximum use of that stadium. And Mayor, thank you for your leadership on that. Some quick updates for those that are still interested. Tonight is the proposed K-8 school over at Audubon Park. They're having a neighborhood meeting led by school board member Nancy Robinson. It's going to be at Audubon Park Elementary Cafeteria. That's on Common Way. It's going to be a start tonight at 6 o'clock. Let me also remind everybody that we have the holiday schedule with the Lou Gardens and Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center and Orlando Shakespeare Center. And there's just a lot of great stuff going on over the holidays, so please take advantage of the city. On to the agenda, let me mention A1. It's a matching grant. Congratulations to Audubon Park Covenant Church for Art in the Park, for the College Park Town Estates for the work they're doing. And of course, we get a chance to get a little bit of work with the Mills 50 and their art project. So thank you for that. And Mayor and Commissioner Sheehan, thank you for your leadership. Today we also are reappointing, I love having to discuss this because we're appointing seven new members to advisory boards and 6 reappointments. I share this almost every time we get a chance to do it, but this is your city. This is how cities run, and we appreciate those volunteers who accomplish that task, especially those I've seen in District 3. On C7 today, we're approving an agreement with the Orlando Junior Academy and the Seventh-day Adventist group for the Emerald Lagasse kitchen that's going to go over there. So really thrilled about that. We got those details worked out. Thank you very much for that. I didn't see you over there. Now I see you. Cool. Congratulations. We're really thrilled about that. And so make sure you invite me for the first tasting. But it's going to be a great teaching tool, and our leadership has been really strong on that. So I appreciate your help. And that's all that I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. And it was happenstance that Commissioner Stewart and I are wearing our matching festive holiday ties today.
I prefer to call him Stuart Plaid, but you can call him whatever you want.
All right. And we weren't to match Commissioner Sheehan, but I think she has a one-of-a-kind.
There's no match. There's no match for Commissioner Sheehan.
I got you guys ties. You won't wear my musical candy cane ties. I don't know why.
No, we will not.
We ought to do that. Well, we should do that. That's a good idea.
You should. It's like your ugly Christmas sweater. Wear your musical candy cane
We'll all push
ties.
the music at
I'm
the
just
same
saying.
time.
All right, Commissioner Sheehan.
Thank you, Mayor. And want to thank Jersey Mike Sub for a very memorable sponsorship of wreaths across America. We put wreaths at every military grave at Greenwood Cemetery. It was a very moving ceremony, and want to thank our sponsors because they make these things happen for us. And again, Jersey Mike Sub paid for every single one of those wreaths that's on on a grave at Greenwood Cemetery. So if you have a chance to go look at the cemetery, check it out. The military graves, it really looks very pretty out there right now. And recognizing those who gave all and can't be with their families this holiday because they fought for our freedom. Next Sunday at 1 p.m., I will have a walk-on role in the Nutcracker at the Orlando Ballet. It's Sunday at 1 p.m. And Bill says, I think I might have to buy a ticket to see you in a hoop skirt. So if you want to see me in period holiday attire, come see the Nutcracker. Better yet, come see the Orlando Ballet because they're wonderful. And again, 1 p.m., the Nutcracker is happening throughout this next weekend. On the agenda today, on item A1, the Mayor's Neighborhood Matching Grants. Asia Trend, Aspire Health, Bel Air Neighborhood Association, Lake Lasona Fern Creek Neighborhood Association, Mills 50, South Street Ministries, and the Orlando Philharmonic. So District 4 is well represented with Mayor's Neighborhood Matching Grants, great cultural amenities, and signs and all kinds of great stuff happening in District 4. And on item B7, I'm glad to see that we are not having any insurance premiums for next year. It's a big deal for us here at the city. So again, keeping your costs down. And on the MPB agenda, item C5, glad to see the Lucerne redevelopment moving forward. It's going to be a catalytic project in the south side of downtown, so delighted to see that moving forward. And with that, everyone have a great holiday season, and wear your ugly Christmas sweater or holiday sweater, as the case may be. Have a great time, and please be safe, because, folks tend to imbibe a little bit more than they usually do during the holidays, so please make sure that you call someone else if you have a little bit too much to drink. We want everybody to stay safe this holiday season. So anyway, have a great holiday. And with that, I'm done, Mayor. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll move to District 5, Commissioner Regina Hill.
Thank you, sir. On December 19th, at Majestic Life Ministries, I will be assisting them with the Angel Tree. And I'd like to thank Mr. Lee Wesley and Steve Hogan of Florida Citrus Sports, and also the Kings of the South Motorcycle Club. They're going to assist me with making sure that over 250 kids wake up with bikes and different toys for Christmas. But these kids are different kids. These kids are children of parents that possibly made poor choices and are incarcerated. But because of their parents making poor decisions, at least the kids won't suffer this Christmas. So I'd like to thank them, the Lee Wesley Group, Steve Hogan, and the Kings of the South Motorcycle Club. I was able to, this is the season for giving, so I've been working with Salvation Army. They've appointed me to be on their advisory board, but last Friday, I was able to go out and ring the bell. So I rang the bell with Salvation Army for 3 hours over in the Kirkman Road area of District 5 in front of Walmart. And I tell you, to see all those folk come up and give, it might have wasn't $100 or $1,000, but to give 50 cents, to give $1, the little that they had, seniors, it was a beautiful thing, and I look forward to working with Steve Rocca. He is the director of our advisory board. There again in District 5. We'll be going back one more time before Christmas. I'd like to thank Jan Rayhill, Jody Baez, Michelle, and everyone down in Neighborhood Relations. They're helping me revitalize the Willows down in the Mercy Drive area. We did a cleanup there last Saturday. The neighborhood came out and was engaged and participated in restoring that area there that's, has some absent landlords. So it's a little dilapidated, but with everyone's help and staff help, we're going to rebuild that community and make sure that they take pride in it. Item B1, I'm very excited and pleased about that 12-month Head Start program being there for the kids, because what we found last summer, during the summer, that many of those kids, even though there's a program at the Northwest Center, the kids from Paramore can't get there. Their parents usually don't have transportation or the funds to get them over there and pick them back up in the evening time. And these little Head Starters lost at least 3 to 4 months during the summertime, and it's hard for them to catch up after that. So I know one of the mayor's initiatives with that Paramore Kids Zone is Cradle to Career. So we really now have something in place throughout the whole year for those that are entering elementary through that Head Start program. And everyone have a Merry Christmas. Thank you all for all your support this year. It's been a long, tough year for me, but I made it through, and thank you for your prayers and continued support.
Thank you. We'll move to District 6, Commissioner Ings.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to start off with item A1, the mayor's matching grants. Mayor Dyer, this is obviously a great program that we have here, and specifically to get so many of our non or not-for-profit organizations involved in helping to build stronger communities is a great thing. They've always been looking for partnership from the City of Orlando, and we've always been there. And many other organizations weren't able to make the list, but Marcia Goodwin and Julie Tyndall, you guys do a phenomenal job with making sure that this happened. It's good to see Samantha Wallace here and Deputy Pastor Stan Murray and former Dean Purnell with the Florida A&M Law School. And I also see Boys to Men, Fresh Press International, my cousin, so Pastor Daniel Ings. There are so many organizations out here that are represented, and Step in School, step in the right direction. Our kids do need direction. Thank you. Tony's Touch, Chosen Generation Mentoring Program, and Devereaux Foundation, supporting strong families, which we need tremendously, and Aspire Health Partners, the Zebra Youth Ambassador Project. So all of those are organizations that are helping within District 6 and other districts as well. So thank you so very much. And I'd like to say that, Mayor, I had an opportunity to attend on Tuesday the Visit Orlando annual meeting luncheon, and it was held at Rose and Shingle Creek. Former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich, was there, and he was their guest speaker. And Friday, a Mayor Group Partner Appreciation was held at the Downtown Library. We have one of the best library systems here in Orlando and Orange County, so we should do more to support our library. And also a Mayor Group for recognizing those partners that have helped them throughout the year. And then, of course, on Friday night, I had an opportunity to attend the First Baptist Church with Pastor David Youth. And this was their production of the Singing Christmas Tree. And this is a fantastic production. And I tell you, it's more than just a singing Christmas tree. It's a Broadway show, and it's fantastic. A lot of our young people are involved in this particular program, so this is something that we are continuing to do some positive things in our communities to help our young people. And then on Saturday, December 12th, I held my 6th annual District 6 Community Washington Shores Christmas Parade and celebration in Hankins Park. We started off at the Dr. James R. Smith Center on Bruton Boulevard, went to Columbia Street, and then to Hankins Park. The opening ceremony, this is the first that we had this year, and Army Captain Maxine Reyes sang the national anthem for us. We had invocation by U.S. Army veteran Reverend Edward Mitchell of Bethlehem Missionary Baptist Church in Winter Garden, and Admiral David Brewer III. He announced the start of the parade, plus he was our Grand Marshal. The celebration in the park included lots of food, fun, entertainment. We did have a Santa who rode with the Orlando Fire Department. We gave away over 300 toys and about 50 various sizes and bicycles, so that was a great thing too, and lots of food for the people. Everyone got fed. Thank you, Orange County Sheriff's Office Motors. You were there to help out, and also Orlando Fire Department Chief was there as well as Orlando Police Department motors and horses. Very well represented there. And thank you, iDrive Trolley, from coming out of iDrive into the neighborhood to be a part of this, and AMP Group and iDrive NASCAR for giving so many toys to help with the event. Universal Studios, again, as always, thank you for your help and assistance. And the Orlando Police Mobile Field Kitchen. They are the ones that provided the hamburgers and the hot dogs for us. Cooked very well to our taste. And then Sunday, Metro West Masters Association held its Winter Fest 2015 at the Metro West Golf and Country Club. Great event. Little rain, but it didn't stop us. So many people were there. The movie Polar Express in great detail was shown. And the Metro West Masters Association also presented a check to the Metro West Elementary School for $5,000. So thank you, Stina Duva and Julie Sanchez, for your support in that area. And with that, Mayor, I'd like to say you can wake up now. And with that, Mayor, I'd like to say Merry Christmas to everyone, peace and goodwill. And just may you truly be blessed, because I know each one of you are out there blessing others. So thank you so very much.
You didn't thank me. I was at your parade.
Oh, you were there? Commissioner Hill was at the parade as well. Thank you for attending, Commissioner Hill.
Commissioner, I know everybody was wondering what you had for lunch at the Visit Orlando luncheon.
You know, and that's a good question, because I think it was sea bass and some beef. I enjoyed the sea bass. The beef was a little, I can't
Just
say
had to
that,
encourage
but
you.
I really enjoyed the sea
All
bass.
right, District 1, Commissioner Jim Gray.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll be very brief. Before I get to the agenda, I wanted to say quickly a couple of thanks to my team, specifically Jeannie Wilson, Edgar Malave, and Cindy Light from the community group. We did our third annual giveaway for underprivileged children, and it was compliments of the Nobilo Foundation, which is a couple in Lake Nona that raise money, and they bring in this year a little over 2,000 children to a Target store, and they give each child a $1,000 gift card, or $100 gift card.
Hey, I want to get in that line.
It allows the kids to go and shop and buy whatever
I'll
they
be a
want to buy.
child
So
for a
anyway,
day.
I'd love to take credit for it. Unfortunately, I had to be out of town, but it came off without a hitch, so I don't know if that's great management or maybe I'm not as important as I think. I don't know. But I'll come back with some pictures, but it just happened Saturday, and I want to thank my team. They did a great job. On the agenda, a couple items. First of all, B4. The good news, I think, is what we've referred to as DPAC will continue to be DPAC infinitum, the Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center. And it's a testament to Dr. Phillips Charities continuing their long history of philanthropy to this community, and as citizens, we all benefit from that. So thanks to Dr. Phillips for their generosity. Also in items throughout C, which is the MPB agenda, items in J, and some of the ordinances, you can see there are lots of things going on in District 1 as far as growth. And I want to compliment our staff. They continue to do a great job of balancing the amount of growth and the needs of landowners with our city codes and our ordinance and our guidelines. So thanks to them for that balancing act, and there's plenty on the agenda to see. So with that, I would like to make a motion to adopt the consent agenda with the caveat that at agenda review, we removed item 55, I believe, from the MPB agenda, which was the Highland Terrace. But with that removal, I would make a motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gray, second by Commissioner Ains. All in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Without objection, we will recess the City Council meeting and we will convene the CRA meeting. And the first item of business is CRA meeting minutes. Let's take a quick little informal recess while those that had items on the consent agenda can transition to other business. Okay, first item on the CRA are the meeting minutes of the CRA from November 16th. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Sheehan,
Second.
second by Commissioner Hill. All in favor indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. All right, number 2, Thomas.
Thank you, Mayor, and good afternoon, Mayor and Commissioners. Item number 2 is approving high-wage, high-value job creation program agreement between the CRA and Limbach Facility Services, LLC. Just for a little background, you recall that this program was created in 2006 and amended in 2013 and provides for incentive categories for the following: job creation incentive, which is a must in order to qualify for the program, but also on an optional basis, Creative Village Pioneer incentives, downtown living, as well as public transportation incentives. So the opportunity in total is up to $5,000 per job, and these are for jobs that are average at least 15% above the Orange County and state of Florida annual average wage. And this is available for the first 400 jobs that qualify for the program. As I said, the job creation incentive itself is up to $2,000 per job. It provides for, it must qualify for this incentive to be considered for the rest of the incentives. And you can see at the bottom of the slide what the scale is, from $750 up to $2,000 per job. And then, of course, the Creative Village Pioneer incentive is up to $2,500 a job. They must have a minimum of 50 employees, must have an MOU in place with Creative Village Developments, and must commence a lease within 5 years after the MOU. And then, of course, the downtown living incentive for minimum number of employees that live within the downtown area, a certain percentage starting at 15% minimally in the first year, going up to 25% in the third year, and for a subsequent 10-year period, and likewise $1,000 per job for public transportation with the identical increments, provided that incentive is per employee that has up to or at least $1,000 in the annual transportation spending fund or account. Today's high-wage, high-value agreement is with Limbach Facility Services, LLC. They're a designer and manufacturer of major HVAC or heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems for big projects. This would be the headquarters of their design and engineering department. They offer a special off-site design and construction, and then they integrate the delivery and install on-site at the facility. As I said, this would be the national headquarters for their engineering and design services. They're looking to lease approximately 12,000 square feet and spend a little over $400,000 in equipment and build out. They'll be transferring in 25 existing jobs from Maitland, for which they will not be incentivized for. But this agreement requires, and they've agreed to add an additional, 26 jobs coming in from Maitland, add an additional 25 jobs over a 3-year period at an average annual wage of just under $75,000 per job. As you can see, based on that $74,500 per job, they would qualify for up to $3,500 or up to $3,500 for each of those jobs, which equates to $87,500. That's to be paid out over a 6-year period of time, obviously after the fact and after the payrolls have been monitored and verified. The advisory board has recommended approval, and staff is requesting that the CRA approve the high-wage, high-value program funding agreement between the CRA and Limbach Facility Services, LLC, and authorization for the chairman and the executive director to execute the agreement, subject to the review and approval of the city attorney's office, and approval of expenditures from the Downtown Orlando Community Redevelopment Area Trust Fund in the amount of up to $87,500 in high-wage, high-value job creation program funding for Limbach Facility Service, LLC.
Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Second. Motion by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Sheehan. All in favor of the motion, discussion. All in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. And the third item is the companion item to B4, which we voted on the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Second. Motion by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Stewart. All in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Thomas, further business come before the CRA?
None, Mayor. Thank you.
And we will stand adjourned. We will reconvene the city council meeting. And under new business hearings, we have an item that we voted to move to our January 11th meeting, I believe, or somewhere around there, and we were not going to hear it today, but we're going to go ahead and hear this in any event. Kyle, you want to explain what we're doing?
Sure, Mayor. This is a resolution that requires 2 public hearings, and the first hearing you held last Monday. There is a state statute that is a little ambiguous, but suggests that you should not hold these 2 public hearings within 10 days of each other. We have consulted with the state agency that's responsible for this program and also with the applicant, and we believe that it is okay, after all, to have the second public hearing within 10 days of the first one. So last week you moved the public hearing to today to have at your normal city council meeting at 2 o'clock rather than at 5:01. We were originally thinking that it might be prudent to move the second hearing off until January. We no longer think that that's necessary, so we suggest you go ahead and open the public hearing, take public testimony, and then pass the resolution as you see fit.
And it's a benefit to the applicant because they have already done some work in this calendar year. And if we don't pass this before the calendar year end, they may lose the opportunity to seek reimbursement. So if for some reason this is not appropriate, it's their risk and not our risk.
All right. So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Sheehan, second by Commissioner Hill. I'll open this up for any public testimony. Do we have any cards of anybody that would like to testify? Then I'll close the public hearing. Discussion among commissioners, hearing none. All.
Mayor, I'd just like to say that, we really need to move forward on this because this has been an eyesore in my neighborhood for a long time, actually getting letters in support of moving forward with the brownfield, so really want to see this one happen. Thank you.
Okay, further discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, and the motion carries. So let's go to hearings number 1. So this is a public hearing for the sale of a parcel of city-owned land valued in excess of $500,000, so as required by Chapter 13, Section 7 of the City Charter. Notice of the hearing appeared in the Orlando Sentinel on December the 7th, 2015, and approval of this transaction will require a majority vote of all the members of the City Council. The property is generally located at the northeast corner of North Paramore Avenue and West Amelia Street in downtown Orlando within the Creative Village development site. The proposed purchaser of the property is Amelia Court at Creative Village Partners Limited. The parcel is approximately 1.5 acres, and the purchase price is $1.508 million. At this time, is there anyone from the public that wishes to speak on this item? Is there a motion for approval?
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Sheehan. Discussion among commissioners.
Mayor.
Commissioner Stewart.
Yeah, the only question I have is that I remember in the long-term plan of Creative Village that they were trying to take the road that goes beside Lake Dot and come through. It doesn't go through this property, does it? I was trying to look through the old map and couldn't find it.
We are going to reestablish the old grid system, both north and south and east and west. So we're currently working on straightening Livingston. And so your question is exactly what?
Exactly. There was also a north-south connection
Correct.
that went on the east side of Lake Dot. And from the drawing that we had, it couldn't quite tell whether it lined up to the edge of the property or went through the property.
I am not exactly sure, but there is a north-south center road that will come through and connect
Right. So
down
and
south through the UCF property.
Right. And I was just trying to make sure that, I think it goes beside it, as long as somebody can help.
It would go, let me get my bearings straight. I think east, so no, it does not go through this
Goes-
property. That
goes
north-south.
on
where
the
we
east edge of
continue on, it would go, there's like a little plaza area that
Yeah.
would actually come through and separate the road. But
I'd hate
it's
to be in a position
it's
that
to the
5
east-
years-
It's to the east of Lot N.
Yeah, I
is
hate to be in a position
essentially.
5 or 10 years from now, we're having to buy back property to
No,
put a road
it's
there.
it's east of Lot
That's okay,
N.
that's why, it
And
looks
this
like
is
it's a
Lot
little
N.
bit east of that, and that would make sense to me.
Correct.
Okay, that's the only question I've got, Mayor.
The good news, this is the first sale within the Creative
Yes,
Village, so
yes.
it's going to create a little bit of momentum as we move towards getting the funding for the UCF campus. All in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries.
Hey, we need to clap for that, man.
First one.
First one.
Okay, we have hearings, ordinances on first read. Madam Clerk, okay, so Beth is pinch hitting or stepping up to the first seat today. We got Ridge over there co-piloting. And I guess I should go ahead and tell everybody that today is Celeste's birthday, and she is turning 60 years old today. How about that? So she is home celebrating that fact, I guess.
We get to sing to her in January?
Yes. We will not let her forget it, that is for sure. Okay, Madam Clerk, number 1.
Ordinance number 2016-1, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, relating to the city's growth management plan, providing the winter 2016 package of GMP amendments pursuant to the expedited state review process, amending the GMP to assign the urban village future land use designation, assign the urban village and conservation future land use designations, assign the office low-intensity community activity center industrial and conservation future land use designations, amending the GMP to change the future land use designation from industrial, residential, low-intensity, and mixed-use corridor medium-intensity to public, recreation, and institutional, amending the GMP to create future land use sub-area policies S.40.6, S.40.7, and S.40.8, amending future land use sub-area policies S.6.1 and S.35.4, deleting future land use sub-area policy S.32.1, amending the future land use element policy 2.4.5 and objectives 2.1 and 2.2, amending the transportation element relating to complete streets, providing for amendment of the city's official future land use maps, providing for severability, correction of scrivener's errors, and an effective date.
So moved.
Second. Motion by Commissioner Sheehan, second by Commissioner Stewart. Is there anyone from the public that would like to testify on this matter? Discussion among commissioners. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Hearings, ordinances, second reading, number 1, Madam Clerk.
Ordinance 2015-66, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, amending the land development regulations of the Wee-Wahootie Plan Development Zoning District, such district being comprised of approximately 1,266 acres and generally located north of Moss Park Road, south of State Road 528, and abutting the east side of State Road 417, providing for severability, correction of scrivener's errors, and an effective date.
Move to adopt. Second. Motion by Commissioner Gray, second by Commissioner Ortiz. Is there anyone from the public that would like to testify? Discussion among commissioners. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? And so the motion carries. Commissioner Gray, what did we learn Wee-Wahootie means last week?
We're relying on Celeste, but I think Kyle's explanation last week
Still water
was
or calm
impeccable.
water?
It was impeccable. Whatever Kyle says, I'm going with.
All right. Number 2, Madam Clerk.
Ordinance number 2015-65, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, amending the city's growth management plan to change the future land use map designation for certain land generally located north of East Central Boulevard, east of Lake Eola, south of East Washington Street, and west of North Eola Drive, comprised of 1.35 acres of land, more or less, from residential high intensity to public, recreational, and institutional, further amending the growth management plan to change the boundaries of sub-area policy S.7.1, changing the property zoning designation from mixed 2/T to P/T, providing for amendment of the city's official future land use sub-area policy and zoning maps, providing for severability, correction of scrivener's errors, and an effective date.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Sheehan, second by Commissioner Stewart. Is there anyone from the public that would like to testify on this matter? Discussion among commissioners
Well,
here.
Mayor, this actually makes that section of the park a park in perpetuity. So thank you very much, Council, for your support on this. This makes that Lake Eola section Lake Eola Park. So thank you very much for your support.
Further discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, and so the motion carries. That may have been the best acquisition we have made in a very long time.
It was expensive, but well worth it, Mayor.
Yes. Okay, number 3, Madam Clerk.
Ordinance number 2015-67, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, relating to the Land Development Code, adding section 64.401, relating to special sign districts to create highway digital sign districts and related regulations, providing for severability, codification, correction of scrivener's errors, and an effective date.
It's your birthday.
Sam.
So move.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Motion by Commissioner Haynes, second by Commissioner Gray, who have the only two locations where these signs would be available. Is there anyone from the public who'd like to testify on this matter? Discussion among commissioners, hearing none. All in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Number 4, Madam Clerk.
Ordinance 2015-58, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, relating to after-hours nightclubs, adopting findings of fact, providing definitions, imposing a temporary moratorium on the opening of new after-hours nightclubs, and on the expansion or relocation of any existing after-hours nightclubs, directing staff to study and report to the mayor on public health, safety, and welfare concerns relating to nightclubs by a date certain, providing for penalties, severability, repeal of conflicting ordinances, correction of scrivener's errors, and an effective date.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stewart, second by Commissioner Sheehan. Is there anyone from the public that would like to testify on this matter? Discussion among commissioners. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Number 5, Madam Clerk.
Ordinance 2015-59, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, rezoning certain land generally located north of Woodward Street, east of North Fern Creek Avenue, south of Park Lake Street, and west of Altaloma Avenue, and comprised of 0.96 acres of land, more or less, from the O-1 office and residential district with the traditional city, special plan and aircraft noise zoning overlay districts to the planned development district with the traditional city, special plan and aircraft noise zoning overlay districts, providing a development plan and special land development regulations of the planned development district, providing for severability, correction of scrivener's errors, and an effective date.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Sheehan, second by Commissioner Ings. Is there anyone from the public that would like to testify on this matter? Discussion among commissioners. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. All right, ordinances on first read, number 1.
Ordinance 2015-68, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, amending the City of Orlando Land Development Code, Chapter 58, Part 5A of the Code of the City of Orlando, Florida, entitled Accessory Uses and Structures, General Requirements, by amending Sections 58.900 and 58.901 to clarify standards for accessory structures, providing for codification, correction of scrivener's errors, severability, and an effective date.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Sheehan, second by Commissioner Stewart. Is there anyone from the public that would like to testify on this matter? Discussion among commissioners. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. And number 2, Madam Clerk.
Ordinance 2015-63, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, designating certain land generally located at the northwest intersection of Narcoossee Road and McCoy Road and comprised of 29.6 acres of land, more or less, as planned development district on the city's official zoning maps, providing for amendment of the city's official zoning maps, providing for severability, correction of scrivener's errors, and an effective date.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gray, second by Commissioner Sheehan. Is there anyone from the public that would like to testify on this matter? Discussion among commissioners. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. That brings us to the conclusion of our official business for today, December 14th, 2015, our last City Council meeting of the year.